What's up, guys? Welcome back to Justin B Fishing. On today's episode, I'm going to be walking you guys through my kayak setup for this year's 2022 tournament season. So let's get into it. Alright, so here we go. This is a 2020 Hobie PA 14 or Pro Angler 14, whatever you want to call it. I picked this boat up last year, and I think I fished 2 tournaments out of it last year. So this year will be the first full season in this new boat to me. So we're going to get into it and go starting from the front and work our way all the way to the back, and then go over everything I have going on in this boat, from compartments to storage, of course graph, and then more storage. So yep, let's start up here at the front and we'll get rolling on this. All right, so starting in the front hatch, we'll start up here and work our way back. This is where I keep my soft plastics and my line box. So that's a Flambeau tough tanner, watertight container. I keep my line spools in there. You can hold quite a bit of line. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spools in there, and I can hold another 8 more in there if I wanted to. I just haven't resupplied for this year. I keep my bag of soft plastic baits in here. Not very organized right now, but I will do that before my next tournament. And I also keep some extra Flambeau boxes up here in the front storage that I can't fit, here or there. Those are my 2 easy access. So what I'm using for that day, I'll keep in those. And this is just for my extra tackle I keep up here. So also I keep in here the Boondocks assault paddle, not Boondocks, backwater assault paddle. And then I also keep a pair of brush grips for crappie fishing. And we can look underneath here. Let me pull this out and then we'll video what is going on underneath there. All right, so I've got that container out to the open hatch here. These are just the tubes from inside the kayak that run up. But I know it's a mess right now, but I work at a electrical wholesale supply house. So I just grabbed some terminal blocks. I'm gonna clean up this wire eventually and run it up along here to make it cleaner. But I'm running green lights on the outside and white lights on the inside. So I've got terminal blocks for all 4 of my green lights on the outside, terminal blocks for my 2 whites on the inside, and then 4 blacks, which are the power terminals on this strip. And I've just got it on a piece of DIN rail on my, whatever you call that thing on these Hobies. I think it's where you can put a sail in there, but I've just got it mounted on some DIN rail there, and the wire's running accordingly to the lights. So that's pretty much all that's going on in this front hatch. All right, got the tub back in there, so that's all for the front. Close it up. And then we'll go to the lights. Oh, hang on, I got my line box still out here. So we'll start, and then we got our lights here. I believe this is a 26-inch LED light strip I just bought from Academy. So again, it's green. I just drilled some small pilot holes. Actually, no pilot holes here on this one at all. I just got some glue. I hit a tree fishing in Lake Fork right there and ripped that up. I'll have to glue that back down. But I just got this wire ran right up under here, and then it runs underneath and in through. I just unscrew that and run the wires in that. So pretty clean. You don't have to drill any holes in your boat. So that's the way I've run my lights on the front, and that's like that on both sides. Get around over here to this side. You can see the same thing. Just got some protective silicone up here to prevent stuff from knocking it off. Stuck down, more silicone to keep it held tight, and wires running up in, under, and then again, you can see inside there. So then while we're here, I've also got my inside lights there. Get this turned right so it's right side up. So you got your inside lights there. Wires run the same place. I've got those screwed in because it is underneath, so it's kind of protected from the elements. And that's just ran from there. I was gonna cut it down. It sticks out a little bit past this black piece here, but it's still pretty clean. So I just left it there. But that's my interior lights on the inside. Again, wires ran the same way in through here, and it's not like that on both sides. As you can see right there, boom, wires going in, ran right up along there and just sticking out right there past that. So now moving on to the graph, just running a Lowrance Hook 9 triple shot. So that's got your side scan, down scan, and regular 2D and mapping GPS. Just kind of a basic starter graph, but I figure for kayak fishing, it's a good way to go. I'm probably going to upgrade soon to either the HDS Live or a Humminbird Helix 9. Just got it on a Railblazer starport mount, adjustable arm, and the base there bolted down. Wiring ran. Hobie is probably one of the best kayak manufacturers as far as the wiring and ease of wiring goes. They provide you with these grommets, accessible at the most convenient spots from wherever you're going to mount anything. You got one here, you got one there, and you got one in the back, so you can run your wires in there to prevent from drilling. They got rubber inserts to protect from water leakage. So I've got my graph wires coming out there, going to the graph. Of course, next up you got the Mirage. This is the 180 drive. I didn't go with the 360. I didn't see the need for it for me personally, but I am glad to have a reverse on this one. My other one, I was running a 2016 for the longest time, didn't have reverse, so I had to use a paddle and paddle myself backwards. But now I got reverse, so I'm really excited about that. If you guys don't know how that works, you got your forward, you can pull it, and it's in forward, and you can pull your reverse, and it flips your fins around. So here, I'll put it back in forward, so the fins are forward now. So you can see your fins are facing forward, so when you pedal, they'll propel you forward, and you grab and you pull your reverse, flips them in reverse. And you just start pedaling and go in reverse. Awesome design. You can still keep in shallow water. You can put those fins up against the base of the kayak and float over anything. So you're still good there. You got reverse. And that easy. And these are also the breakaway fins. So say you're going along, you got a log coming up, you hit them, breaks those things away, you start pedaling again, they lock back into place. Awesome. I broke these shafts before, so helps prevent that. I still carry an extra set just in case, because you just never know, but that prevents that breaking and bending those shafts. All right, now on to center console. In this console, I've got the fold-up storage where I keep, of course, a hook box, and then whatever other box I want to keep, you know, depending on time of the year and whatnot, will depend on what I keep there. Most of the time it's just the hook box. Again, it's the Flambeau Tub-Tainer waterproof boxes. And then under that just pops out. I've got my battery I'm actually using right there, stowed away to the side. And I also keep an extra battery on this side that fits right in there. I use just a 12 volt, either a 12 amp hour or a 10 amp hour lawnmower battery. It's just a sealed lead acid battery. I buy them from a place up by where I work. They're real cheap, 30 bucks. And if you take care of them, they'll last you forever. You just want to make sure you keep a charge on them at all times, especially in the cold. So I keep that battery there, a spare over here. They fit real nice in these sides, so you can still use that, because this is a really handy feature on these Hobies. But also in here, I have my 2 switches for my lights. So I will flip off, well, I'll just show you. So you got, boom, that switch there, interior lights, this switch here, exterior lights. So I'll turn off these lights here in the shop and show you guys just what this kayak looks like lit up in the dark. It's pretty sweet. I'm gonna go turn off the lights now, and I'll show you what this looks like in the dark. All right, so we got our kayak here. I'll turn this phone light off. I'm just using it so I can see and you guys can see. So I'll go ahead and turn this flash off now. Boom, interior lights. Boom, exterior lights. There's no other lights on in this place except for my kayak lights, and check that out. Yep, I've gotten a lot of comments. A lot of people just use, you know, front 2 lights or back 2 lights or even shorter ones, but I leave the whole 26-inch strip on these things, and it lights up great. It looks real cool going through the water at night in those early tournament mornings. You put in, fire up those lights. Of course, safety, #1 issue in a kayak. Not really an issue. #1 priority in a kayak with all those bass boats, especially those early mornings, those bass boats 60, 70 miles an hour coming by you. I want to be lit up. I want them to see me from miles away. So you can get these at Academy. I think they're 15 bucks for a pack of 2 strips. So cheap. Those are the same thing. I just cut them down to fit under there more. So that's the exterior lighting there. Really impressed with it. Really love it. So I recommend doing that. They make some lights that you can mount up here, the red and green, but this is plenty. It's legal. It's 360-degree light visibility. So yeah, go ahead and go to Academy and pick up some of these lights. It's well worth it. Alright, we got the lights fired back up in here, so I'm gonna turn off my interior lights. They're pretty cool, huh? Yeah. I'm really happy with the lights. So where did we end off at? Okay, we went off at lights in the center console. Okay. Also, I want to apologize. I know it's probably super loud around me. I'm trying to use a little microphone to help reduce with the background noise, but it is raining. I'm in my shop, tin roofs, so I apologize for that. Hopefully you can still hear me. Also apologize for the mess in here. It is a cluster. We are building this shop and also living over there, so we got all the tools in here for all that. So I kind of cleaned out an area here to do this video. So apologize for all that, but let's get back to looking at this kayak. All right, so catch board, the board I'm using, most tournaments require the metal one, so I went ahead and bought the metal one anyways. I've got a black one as well as a backup, but I really like this blue, so I went ahead and bought the blue. I keep it tethered to my chair of my Hobie because, again, this is metal. So you know what happens with metal. If you drop it in the lake, there's no stopping it. It is gone. And on tournament day, you do not want to drop your board in the water. So buy a tether when you buy your board. Use the catch boards. Like I said, every tournament pretty much requires it, so go ahead and buy you one. Got the seat, the Hobie Vantage seat, most comfortable seat on the market. You got adjustable heights for the seat, or not heights, but angles of the butt section. You got adjustable angles for the back section. You got lumbar support. It's just a very comfortable seat. Armrests keep you set up high off the platform of the boat. So great seat. Underneath here, I keep my Flambeau crankbait box and my Flambeau spinnerbait and bladed jig box. So if you guys haven't seen these before, again, it's water resistant. It comes with all these compartments to store your crankbaits. So you can store what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4, 24 crankbaits total. I got a whopper popper in there. I was just out of a hurry. I threw one in there. But you can store all the way from your deepest diving crankbaits, the DD 22s, all the way down to even square bills if you wanted to, but I keep my square bills in another box, all the way down to this your 8 to 10 foot diving crankbaits. So if you haven't picked up one of these, pick you up one, especially if you're a kayaker, because these boxes fit perfect under this seat. So I mean, you can even put another box on top of them. It's like great storage. In a kayak, you're limited to storage anyways, so having a box that can fit in areas like that and store your crankbaits, fantastic. So that's the crankbait box. This is the spinnerbait and bladed jig box. I got this puppy full of some Covert series Booyah spinnerbaits. Right there, that's one of the ones from Broken Bow tournament last year. Got me a second place finish in that tournament. Slow rolling, you can see I got the paint chipped off the head, just bumping off those rocks on the bottom. Enough about the baits. It's got a bunch of these little folders here that open up. Let's get one that's got some in there. You open up, it's got a little hanger right there to hold your wires. I mean, you could even take these out if you wanted to. Just kind of twist, and they pull out. So that is the Flambeau. It's hard to do with one hand. Spinnerbait and blade bait box, same size as that crankbait box. So, and you can store a whole bunch of them in there. More spinnerbaits than you should ever even be carrying on a kayak. So that's those two boxes I keep under my seat. Moving on back. Oh, got a whistle. Whistles are required on a kayak, so I've got the whistle on here. Moving on back, I've got a combination lock, rope lock that I keep for travel, stay in hotels, so I can lock my kayak up to my truck. I've got the Railblazer, I think it's the Camera Boom 600 mount here with the Hobie H-Rail base mount up to my GoPro Hero 8, which I'll be recording all my footage this year for tournaments. Actually had 2 tournaments already, Toledo Bend and Lake Fork. New to the whole tournament filming. I get kind of focused during tournaments, so I missed out on footage. And again, fishing was tough, so I'd get lazy, forget to hit record, get too focused. Next thing I know, I caught a fish. I wasn't recording, and you know, you get the point. So didn't get no footage from those tournaments, but I'm going to try to get better at it so you guys can see what goes through my head during a tournament day. So that's step one. I've also got a chesty mount I will be wearing as well, and I'm probably going to order me a Railblazer mount to mount right here with a little short mount to face forward for when I do catch fish. Moving on back further towards the back, I've got some Canon paddles. Always keep paddle even if you have a Hobie pedal kayak, because those drives will break if you hit them hard enough on something, and you don't want to be stranded out there without a paddle. So I keep a full set of Canon paddles here on the boat. I'm running the Flambeau Tough Crate. I like having the top compartment on here. I keep 2 more boxes for easy access, and it's also the catch-all compartment for me. It holds the 2 smaller container, the Flambeau Ultimate Tough Tainer, smaller version of those. It holds 2 of those in there, and then underneath that one, you can hold 5 of the full-size Tough Tainers, which I keep, you know, square bills. I've got a jig box. I've got a soft plastic jig trailer box and a soft plastic creature bait box. In there, I've got it. It comes with 4 rod holders that mount to the corners. Tournament kayak fisherman, 4 rods is not enough. So I've made some ingenuity here out of some boards, because you can't put anything back here because it messes with the top compartment. So I had to go off to the side and front. So I've got 3 rod holders on this side, 2 on the front, and I've gotten 3 on this side. So that's a total of what, 3, 9, 11 rods plus 2 more holders here, 13 rods, plus I keep some extras. If I don't know what I'm going to be doing, I can hold 6 more rods inside the front of the kayak. So 13, I can carry 19 rods on this boat if I wanted to. I don't ever do that because, well, I don't think I have 19 rods to carry, or that I even want to carry on a tournament day. So you got a lot of storage, hold a lot of rods, plenty of rods, all the equipment you need on this Hobie. Great investment. They are pricey, probably the most expensive boat on the market, but it is well worth the money if you are a tournament fisherman, or if you are even just a fun fisherman that wants a good quality kayak that is stable. You don't have to worry about flipping. The Hobie PA14 or the PA12, great boat for that. The way they're designed on the bottom, they've got that pontoon style, the 2 big holes here, caved in there through the middle, and then even the middle pontoon there. Very stable boat. I'm never worried about flipping this thing. I fished Toledo Bend. I'll throw in a clip now of the water, and it was rough, and never did I have a worry about flipping that boat in that water. You do get wet. It will spray over the front, especially when it's windy. You hit that water, splashes up, sprays, but never worry about flipping it. They come pre-rigged for your transducer. That is the Lowrance transducer for the Hook 2 graphs, the triple shot transducer. So it comes pre-ready for that, and it'll fit pretty much all other transducers. It's big enough to fit any transducer you have. So another great feature. Also have the Hobie kayak cart wheels here. I just added those because I wanted to protect the bottom of this. So I'm just going to start unloading by the truck and then wheeling them down the ramp. That also saves time. You don't got to wait on other anglers. You can get in and get out and keep that boat ramp open. So I also can make a video on a way that I actually watched of being able to put these in your scupper holes without having to turn your kayak sideways. Because a lot of times I leave my gear in my kayak, and if you normally to put these in, you got to flip your kayak on its side to fit those in there. And you can't hold it with one hand and put them in there. It's too heavy. But this way has worked flawlessly for me. It's the old bungee trick. So I'll actually go ahead and put that in this video. And if you want to go more in depth, I'm not going to go very in depth on how I made it, but I'll show you how it works in this video, which I will show you now. Okay, so I took my crate out so you could see what was going on here. So I bought this bungee from from Lowe's. It came with 2 plastic ends on them, but I just put, I can get that stay up in there. I just ended up putting 2 clips and retied that bungee around that clip. And then on these Hobie carts, I put those, you can buy those from Hobie. They're actually just replacement pieces. I didn't buy them, I actually just took them from there because I didn't use them. They come right there next to the seat. I took those, took a mallet and hammered them down in the top of that, the wheels. And that way you can take your clip, hook them into both, and then I keep it bungeed to here, this little clip here on the boat. Bought another bigger swivel clip. Clip it there. And actually what you do starting out is you take this, you run your 2 ends through your hole. You take your kayak cart, lay it on the ground, pick your kayak up, set them on the wheels, run those through, clip them on those hooks. And then you take this, hook it in. You pick up the back of the kayak up. That bungee's strong enough, it lifts that cart up into the scupper holes. You set it down. You're in business, ready to rock and roll. I can do another video in depth on that if you guys would like me to. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a little bit more. The hardest part is getting this the right tension, but it's a pretty easy process. I think I did it in about 20 minutes tops. That's with removing the tops of the cart, putting the new ones in, making this, tying up the bungee, and all that good stuff. So not very hard, really, really handy. And I think, looking over everything still, I think that about wraps it up. Not much else to go on. Yeah, so I think that wraps up the video. I mean, I keep the Hobie flag in the truck. A little bit of signal there. You don't want somebody rear-ending you with your kayak and smashing your kayak up, especially on the way to a tournament. Talk about a bad morning that would be. But yeah, that pretty much is my setup for my kayak. Oh, forgot. I've got right here, I know everybody does, you can keep them wherever you want to, but I've got pliers and scissors right here in this little side pocket. So that's it. That was the only thing I think I had not told you guys. But yeah, that is my boat for this season. Already enjoy it, much easier pedaling. I pedaled a lot. I think in our state championship, no, our classic last year for the Natural State Kayak Anglers, I went about 13 miles total that day and didn't even know it. It was just smooth. That drive is smooth. It propels you. You can probably go, if you just a nice steady pace, you can go 4 miles an hour. So you can get places quick and you can fish efficiently. And that's what we've got to do as a tournament angler. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, just leave a comment on the video. I will go back through it, answer it. If you want to know any more details about my storage, my boxes, I can send you links to that. And yeah, if you're fishing tournaments this year, I hope good luck to you. I know a lot of you guys I will be fishing with this year in the local club, but if not, I'll see you at maybe a national trail, and I wish you the best. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, any questions, leave a comment. I'll answer it. I answer all the comments. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the week and a good week in fishing. And we'll see you guys on the next video.